Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Hybrid Now. I want to talk about a couple of cool features in the Toyota Prius. One that I kind of had forgotten about, and we're actually going to consult the manual on this one because I don't want to misstate it. We'll get to that one in just a minute. But the first one is the voice control for the infotainment system, the HVA system, or HVAC. We got to have all of that. But it's actually pretty cool. You can talk to this car like you can, let's say, Alexa or any of those other devices that you can talk to. Now, I know a lot of people are scared of those. They think that they're constantly listening. And they are constantly listening. Otherwise, they wouldn't respond when you say something to them, right? Like, hey, Toyota.
How can I help you?
Cancel. Isn't that cool? I mean, I think that is really freaking cool. And there's a number of things you can do. Just a few or a couple. You can adjust the heating and cooling in the car. You can change the radio station. I know there's a number of other things that you can do with it. But I think it's just awesome. I love it. I love technology anyway. And of course, the Toyota Prius is packed full of it. The second one that I'm going to mention is that thin blue line that goes across the dash area. You know, it's not just there for looks. It's not just there to make the Prius look pretty. It has functions. You know, like I say, I had forgotten about it. And today I was at a stoplight and a car was in front of me. And the light turns green and I was hesitating for a second. I didn't go, in other words, right away. And that light started to pulsate. The point of it is to remind me that I need to go, I need to move. And I think a lot of people need that. You know, there's nothing more frustrating than, especially if you're in a hurry, when you pull up to a light, it finally turns green, and the car in front of you does nothing. It just sits there. That drives me insane. This light kind of gives you a little bit of a kick in the rear end to go, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, I said I was going to consult the manual, and I am going to do that. We're going to take a quick look at what the voice command functions are capable of in the car. I want to know what else it does, and what else that blue light will tell you. I think that if you're approaching somebody too quickly, it will actually pulsate a little bit to warn you that you're approaching a fixed object and to slow down a little bit. So let's whip out the manual and take a quick look. I'm curious as to what the full functionality of these two features are. Okay, we're back home and I whipped out the manual, or manuals. There's actually two manuals to consult for this, I guess. The first one is the Multimedia Owner's Manual. The system that I was talking about where you can talk to the car, it's called the Intelligent Assistant System. It says here, the Intelligent Assistant is a subscription-based service, I was not aware of that allows you to control the multimedia system with voice command and allows you to operate navigation, integrated streaming, radio, phone, and climate. So those are the things that you can control with the voice feature, I guess, on the multimedia system. Now it says, without the subscription, the assistant will only be able to support voice commands for radio, phone, and climate. So you would lose the navigation feature, I guess, if that's important. Not so important to me. I'm glad that we maintain the radio, phone, and climate. That's pretty cool. Now, there's two ways to activate the system. The first is to push the button on the left lower part of the steering wheel. It looks like somebody talking or speaking. I'll show you right here what it looks like. The second is to say, hey Toyota. As I mentioned, like you do with Siri or Alexa or the many other voice activated things out there. So pretty cool. I dig it. I like it. Now let's get to that thin blue line. They call it the Illumination notification, or they put it under Illumination notification. It says under the following conditions, the instrument panel ornament lights blink 2 times to notify the driver. There really seems to be only two situations, I guess, where it would kick on. It notifies you when the preceding vehicle starts off or accelerates while you're stopped behind that vehicle, as I mentioned. It also goes on to say this function may also operate while driving at extremely slow speeds immediately before stopping the vehicle. So it may flash at you as you're creeping along right before you stop. Now, it doesn't say anything, at least not that I could find, where it kicks on if you pull close to something. But I don't find that to be true. When I pulled in the driveway, I'll show you that light right here. When I pulled in and pulling into my garage under my lift, it seemed to get brighter. Maybe it was just me. I was also trying to concentrate on pulling in. But it seemed to get brighter as I was closer to things, in addition to the beeping and honking and all the other stuff that you'll hear in this little clip was going on. Now, it's a pretty neat little feature. Otherwise, it just stays kind of dimly lit in the dash area or the front part area, right above the glove box and on across. I think it's pretty cool. One of those little touches, little features that Toyota added to the Prius. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these things. Do you like them, or you'd prefer to just not have them? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.